It happened again. Ukrainian missiles strike training base of Russian armed formations with numerous militants getting hit. The strike is probably done with Himars. Russian Engels and Saratov air bases are attacked by UAVs. During the night, 20 drones attacked Russian regions. Explosions were heard in Saratov and Engels. The Saratov region was attacked by 9 drones. 2 of them hit high-rise buildings.
Блять, это пиздец, сука! Это пиздец, 37-этажку прилетел, блять!
And on the other side, over 100 drones and 60 missiles of various types were launched at Ukraine in the few hours of the morning of 26th August. In the video, most likely Odessa, which was rocked by numerous explosions this morning. A Ukrainian civilian captured footage of several Russian cruise missiles flying overhead during today's large-scale attack on Ukrainian civilian and energy infrastructure.
Восьма. Я їбу. Ще одна, блядь. Пизда, блядь. Ще одна. Я їбу, це пизда, блядь. Охуєть, блядь.
Ukrainian military shoot down an enemy aerial target with a machine gun on the border of Zakarpattia and Lviv regions. The head of the Zakarpattia Regional Military Administration, Mikita, says that the target was a Russian Kh-101 cruise missile, shooting like a boss.
Хуярь, хуярь! Збив! Збив! Збив!
As a result of today's mass combined attack on Ukraine, 15 countries' regions were affected. In the video, a Russian Shahed drone hits a residential block in Lutsk. A group of Russian junior commanders have today published an appeal to the military authorities about the use of violence and extortion by their battalion commander and his deputy, as well as the theft of money from the salary cards of dead soldiers. In a video publicized by the human rights organization Gulagu.net, 4 soldiers from the 2nd Battalion of the 506th Motorized Rifle Regiment accused their battalion commander, Lot Kol Sergei Voskoboev, and his deputy, Alexander Smolyakov, of abuse of authority.
Здравствуйте. Мы являемся военнослужащими 2-й армии 506-го полка 2-го мотострелкового батальона. Хотели бы записать обращение в связи с превышением должностных полномочий нашего командира батальона Воскобоева Сергея Игоревича в звании и его ближайшего заместителя командира батальона Смолякова Александра Владимировича. Злоупотребление служебными полномочиями, избиение солдат, вымогательство денег, снятие наличных средств с карточек 200-х наших товарищей, погибших на полях сражения специальной военной операции. Хотели бы справедливости. Я командир отделения взвода ПТУР 2-го мотострелкового батальона Серый Николай Андреевич.
Я командир отделения 2-го МСБ взвода ПТУР Зыков Владимир Александрович.
Я командир взвода ПТУР капитан Малышев.
Я рядовой оператор ПТУР. Скарченко Дмитрий Олегович.
the men state that on the night of 24 August 2024, 3 contract soldiers, named as Samir Isayev, Marat Tulebev, and Andrei Andrianov, were brutally beaten, and money was also extorted from Captain Pavel Malishev and Alexei Kolupayev. Their video shows the men's injuries. According to the men, the beatings took place in the village of Snizhna at the abandoned Severnaya mine in the Donetsk region. In an interview, one of them alleges that Voskoboev and Smolyakov killed 3 of their own men. Gulagu.net says the soldiers realize that the real enemies are not in Ukraine, but people like these 2, who in fact pose a danger to Russians and even to the military themselves, and who, with weapons in their hands in the occupied territories of Ukraine, systematically, reveling in power and impunity, commit violent crimes and threaten with their connections to a certain general in the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation. Abuses of this kind are nothing new. Exploitation of soldiers by their officers is a long-running Russian tradition. In his 1854 Sevastopol sketches, Tolstoy wrote of Russian officers, "While they are in the service, their main aim is the acquisition of money." Russian officers have frequently demanded bribes from their men for various services, including being allowed to take leave, avoiding combat missions, and being recommended for medals. Breaking. Pavel Durov faces 20 years in prison in France. Telegram founder Pavel Durov is set to appear before a judge on Saturday evening, facing multiple charges including terrorism, drug trafficking, fraud, money laundering, and child abuse content. French media report that Durov, a dual French and Russian citizen, could face up to 20 years in prison. His arrest is attributed to Telegram's lack of content moderation and his failure to cooperate with French law enforcement. The charges stem from a search warrant issued by the French National Directorate of Judicial Police.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.